So how to naturally increase your testosterone levels as a man? Obviously this doesn't apply as much for females, with testosterone not being the main sex hormone, but nonetheless some things here do also apply to females too, because women do need testosterone also, the same way men need estrogen. But you know, like a thing that I often see, or I have had people say to me, listen, like, how do I increase my testosterone naturally, without injecting shit into my ass? And there is many different ways, and it is a shame that society today, the research does indicate that on average most men, the average man today has nearly like decreased, like I'm not too sure what the figure is, but it's drastically decreased levels of testosterone compared to men of the early 19th century and the early 20th century. But it's really just over the last 50, 60 years that the average man's testosterone has been decreasing. And I could probably do a whole video explaining why that's happened. There's many different factors, but this video is really just to highlight to a lot of guys out there who maybe feel like they are struggling with low testosterone, which has a multitude of negative effects like decreased energy, lethargy, fatigue. It can lead to anxiety and depression as well amongst men, and we all know that mental health is a massive problem in society today. So having low testosterone certainly does not help things. A lack of sex drive as well, which is not great for your partner. So there's many different ways you can improve your testosterone naturally. I would probably say first and foremost, the foundation for building testosterone naturally is training, in particular when it comes to training, strength training, because the research does indicate that that is the most effective means of increasing your testosterone, particularly the compound lifts, your squat, your deadlift, bench press, overhead press. Doing them frequently, combined with cardiovascular training, really can massively improve your testosterone levels. If you're overweight as well as a man, or obese, you will invariably have lower testosterone levels, and losing weight can actually improve your testosterone levels as well as improve other markers of your health. So the next thing that can be helpful for improving your testosterone naturally is to just avoid stress and implement different practices for stress management. Stress will kill your testosterone. If you're overly stressed out, it will tank it. There's many different ways you can manage your stress, through mindfulness, through meditation, and other practices like that. Even just going for a walk to clear your head can certainly help out as well. Other methods of naturally increasing your testosterone would of course be getting optimal sleep. Cannot emphasize enough the importance of sleep. It basically, every physiological function you can think of is, I wouldn't say determined, but it is, sleep essentially is where your body heals. It is where your body consolidates memory. It's where it restores the body. Sleep, if you are compromising on your sleep, then you will invariably run into a whole host of health problems, not just lower testosterone, increased risk of cardiovascular disease, cancer, diabetes, high blood pressure, high blood sugar, many different diseases that you're going to be predisposed to. So getting at least 7-8 hours sleep, 9 if you're maybe an athlete who's training it every day, that will definitely make sure that your testosterone levels are at an optimal level. The next would be your diet. So really, exercise, diet and sleep would be the foundational pillars that you ensure you have optimal testosterone levels. And your diet, a diet that is conducive to good testosterone levels is a well-balanced diet, but in particular a diet that is high in fat. Now people think, oh, fat's bad for you. It is not. As men, our testosterone is produced via cholesterol, which is produced by your fat intake. Now, obviously, you want to be going for healthy fat sources like those found in extra virgin olive oil, avocados, and really just any sort of form of olive oil. Stay away from things like sunflower oil and other vegetable oils like that, because they've actually been shown to have a negative effect on your testosterone. Other things as well, when it comes to your diet, would be getting essential vitamins and minerals that will improve your testosterone levels. So zinc is a key mineral that will ensure your testosterone is at an optimal level, as is magnesium. Vitamin D3 in particular, you can only get vitamin D3, your body can only produce vitamin D3 either by exposure to the sun or through taking it as a supplement on your diet as well. A diet that can provide vitamin D, like your oily fish, is a good source of vitamin D. The next thing would be certain supplements that can improve your testosterone naturally, not steroids. Things like ginger and an Indian herb called ashwagandha have solid research behind them to show that they can improve men's testosterone levels. There are a lot of like so-called test boosters going out there in the world of supplements, and the reality is a lot of that shit is just nonsense and doesn't work. But those two supplements in particular, boron as well is a key mineral that's good for testosterone. Those supplements are effective and do actually have clinical research behind them too. So again, like I said, it's ashwagandha, and I'll put it in the description. Boron